Hey everyone! Recently Augur was released on the main net, so in this video I'm going to show you how to create and place bets on its app. And Augur is basically a prediction market protocol and it's decentralized. So anyone can create bets or place bets on virtually anything. So if you haven't already downloaded the app, you can go ahead and download it on their website. And once you have it downloaded, you can open it and it'll take you right here. Once it's launched, it's going to look like this, and just go ahead and link your account. I'm going to do MetaMask, but you could link Ledger, Trezor, or Edge if necessary. And I guess first of all, we should go ahead and create a bet. Let's ask, will Elon Musk set foot on Mars by 2025? And we can make whatever category we want. There are already categories like sports and so on, but we're going to make one called space travel. We don't really need any tags. So next we're going to go to the outcome, which is where we determine what kind of bet this is, what kind of market it's going to be. Is it like a binary thing with yes or no, or are there multiple options for the outcome, or is it a numerical range? Well, this one is just sort of a binary thing. Either he sets foot on Mars or he doesn't by 2025. So we're just going to go with yes, no. And next is our resolution. So we have to see what's our resolution source going to be. I think it's going to be pretty big news if he sets foot on Mars. So the news media should be good enough. And if we were to be biased on a public website, that could lead to some problems actually. The designated reporter, which is the person who reports on the outcome when necessary, can either be yourself or someone else, and you just put their public address in. I'm going to make it myself, and the expiration date would be 2025. The time doesn't really matter. I can make it 10 o'clock a.m. on that day. Okay, so here's the liquidity tab, and the big things are the creator fee and adding shares to the market. The creator fee just determines what percentage of the winning shares do I, as the creator of the bet, receive. You can make it between 1 and 50%, but the idea with this is that the higher it is, although you make a lot more money, people are going to be less inclined to take that bet because they're going to be, if they win the bet, then they're going to have that percentage of the winnings subtracted from them. So if you were to put it up to 50%, I don't think very many people would be into that because they would lose half of their winnings, or they'd have to give it to you. Down here in the shares, you can sort of make the market already, and you can put in the quantity and the price. You can buy, and why not put a sell in as well. And that just sort of puts some volume into the market. We have 2 shares already, and the idea with volume is that the more shares, the more volume in the market, the more is going to be paid out to the winners. So now we can review. So on the review tab, we have a few amounts. And first of all, the market liquidity is pretty straightforward. We just did that. We just put 0.7 Ether up onto our market to make it more attractive to other people. This gas is just a mining fee, and it's not something that we're going to be able to avoid. On the market creation side, we have a couple of items that might not be familiar. So the validity bond is a little bit of collateral in Ether that we put up that basically says that we think our bet is going to be valid. If the bet turns out to be valid, then we get this Ether back. But if it isn't valid, as in if the bet can't be proven, or if an unforeseen outcome occurs, then we don't get that Ether back because our bet wasn't valid. The no-show bond is me staking a little bit of my reputation, which is the Augur token, saying that when it's time to show up to report on the bet, then I'm going to show up and report on the bet. Whether it's because the time expires or because one of the outcomes becomes true before that time expires, then I have to show up and validate the outcome. If I don't, then this reputation becomes public. It shows up on the market, and the first public reporter who is able to report on the outcome receives this rep. Both of these things were made so that bets would go smoothly as possible, so that hopefully most or all bets are going to be valid, and second of all, hopefully most bets are processed as quickly as possible. Once again, we can't get around the gas, but that's alright. So if we like everything that we have with this bet, we can go ahead and submit it, and it'll take us to the market tab. There's several different categories that you can go to on the side if you want to narrow down your search, but this general part just shows every single bet that is on Augur. There's 193 right now, and this is ordered in terms of volume. So this top one has the most volume, and then the subsequent ones have less and less volume. So let's just look at this first one. Will the price of Ethereum exceed $500 at the end of 2018? Most people are saying yes, or at least there's a lot of money in people saying yes. This page looks like the typical exchange where there's market depth chart, candlestick plot, and order book. And if we wanted to bet on this, then we could go down here, we could buy or sell. Buying is basically saying that we agree with the bet. We think that Ethereum will exceed $500 at the end of 2018. And we can change this price to whatever we want. I can make it 0.95. We can review the potential profit and the potential loss. And if I like it, then I could go with it. And that's me agreeing with the bet. If I think that Ethereum isn't going to go over $500 at the end of 2018, then I could sell. And I'm basically here, I'm shorting the market. I'm saying that I'm betting that this won't happen. And once again, I could review, I could change the price to whatever I want, and I can see the potential profit and the potential loss. If I wanted to, I could confirm this, and then the transaction would be processed. So that's basically how you create bets and place bets on Augur. I hope you enjoyed watching. This is a really cool platform, and I hope you check it out. It's got a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to its future.